Oh, we now have already a projection to make, which is that President Trump will win the electoral votes, 8 electoral votes of Kentucky. Rick, I'll start right there. This is not a big surprise.
Not a big surprise. Kentucky's a core state. It would have been a shock if it had gone any other way. But the real race in Kentucky wasn't the presidential one. But Mitch McConnell, the majority leader of the Republican Party, has been defending his seat this year in Kentucky and has had tens of millions of dollars of contributions pour into his opponent. So he actually had to do a little bit of work this year and try to get his reelection. And so that'll be the real race to look at in Kentucky.
Okay, and this is according to the Associated Press. I want to be clear, throughout the evening, we will be relying on the Associated Press for projections, and if there are 2 or more major networks, we'll be bringing that to you as well. So that's the basis for this. We also have another Associated Press projection here, which is that the former Vice President Biden will win Vermont. Again, Jeanne, not a big surprise.
Not a big surprise, no. I mean, it would be a shock if it went any other way at this point. And I think that Rick is right. When you think about Kentucky, the thing there has to do with the Senate and Mitch McConnell. And I think that's one of the big questions tonight is, do Democrats pick up the seats they need to take the Senate, which would be 3 or 4, depending on who takes the presidency.
So, Rick, we want to check in with both of the campaigns and our reporters there. But before we do that, I want to make one point that I think is terribly important, which is we all need to be patient tonight as these projections come in. Because as you know so well, over 100 million Americans voted early. There are a lot of absentee ballots to be counted. It's going to take some time to do that. It's entirely possible we will not have a definitive answer tonight, Rick.
Yeah, tonight in some of these key states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, it's going to take them a while to count these ballots. And if it's a close race, we really won't know until Thursday or Friday of this week when the states actually go around to certify these elections. So right now, too early to tell. We're going to be patient. We've got a lot of votes to count. And if it's a blowout either way, it's not going to matter much. We're going to figure that out. But if it's a close race, we're going to be careful about what we call and when we call it.
Okay, one more here, Jeanne. We have both CNN and NBC now projecting that President Trump will win the state of Indiana, Mike Pence's home state. Not a big surprise.
Not a big surprise there, but Indiana is a state I was particularly interested in. We knew he was going to win. I think the question is, how much does he win by? Because we want to see where those Obama-Trump voters ended up. Did we see any sort of movement? If we see a closing of a state like Indiana or Kentucky where Biden is closer than we suspect he might be, that may be a small indication as to what's to come later in the night. But the fact that the president won both Kentucky and Indiana and Joe Biden took Vermont, not a big surprise at all in and of itself.